During this captivating and highly entertaining big talk, the amazing Borow-Lawrence talks about letting go of your lotions and potions and what the real fountain of youth is all about. Please enjoy this awesome big talk. Discover your fountain of youth with Borow-Lawrence. Enjoy.
Since the beginning of civilization, human beings have been obsessed with finding ways to turn back the hands of time and reverse the natural experience that we all have in life called aging. We are bombarded with messages that younger is better, and so begins the quest, the perpetual pursuit for the fountain of youth. You know, the fountain of youth, that magical, mystical fountain that promises, supposedly, to anyone who drinks or bathes in its waters, eternal youth. Ah, the antidote to the wheel of time that predictably steals our physical and our mental capacities, our health, our well-being, our aliveness. I find it overwhelming and frankly, a bunch of baloney. And yes, we are all susceptible to this messaging and these promises. How do I know? I was watching the TV the other night. Turn on YouTube. The next social media influencer. How long will it be till you are told by some expert the secret to eternal youth? Lotions, potions, medication, meditation, exercise, what food to eat. Again, we are bombarded. And yet, no one tells us who to be or how to be. We are given lots of directions on what to do and what not to do. What is essential to recognize is if we lose connection with our spirit, if we see this process as an inevitable decline into social irrelevance and unconsciousness, depression, anxiety, shame, guilt, a loss of power, a lack of confidence in who we are today, every benefit, the lotions, the potions, everything that we're told will help us. None of these will give us the benefits that we hope for. What's important is to stay connected to our delight, to our joy, to our love, to our passions, to our will to be alive. It's 1962. I'm not quite 10 years old. I have just spent the entire day in synagogue celebrating the Jewish high holidays with my mother and my two older brothers. And of course, someone is missing. My dad, an internationally renowned muralist. He created worlds on walls. It was so boring to be there. I could not wait to get home. And I know my dad was probably at home, like he usually was, reading, resting, maybe painting, or maybe drawing. It was hard to know because I wasn't there. I couldn't wait till we got home, and I bolted up the stairs and found my dad, as I expected, sitting on my parents' bed, reading the very same prayer book that I had been studying all day. I plopped myself down on the bed and I said, "Daddy, it's not fair. How come I have to go to synagogue and you don't? Don't you believe in God?" And he looked at me very endearingly and laughed and said, "Honey, of course I do. I just don't believe that in the Bible when it says, and God created man in his image." He meant some long-haired, bearded person on high. We are all created in the image of God. All of us. We all have that divine spark of creation contained within each and every one of us. So what I ask you is who will you be in your life? And what do you want to create? And I said, oh, Daddy, that's so easy. I'm a ballerina. And with that, I pirouetted out of the bedroom. My ballet slippers are here. These are the ballet slippers that I wore at that point in my ballet training when I was a little girl. They don't fit quite the same way that they did when I was 10, but I can still actually get my feet in them, which is pretty miraculous. And I have kept them all these years, not as a reminder, not as a reminder of who I could be, but truly as the reminder of who I still am and will always be. And you know, when I was 10, I really didn't think a whole lot about what my dad said. Again, I was only 10 years old. But if I look back in the years that have transpired, that heart and soul and spirit has always, always been with me. I have had a very rich life and a very rich career. I've been an art and dance therapist, and I've worked with myriad populations from pediatrics through geriatrics. I've trained in mind, body, spiritual medicine, and integrative practices. I've been a health and wellness trainer, a transformational leader, consultant, and coach. And recently I realized that spark, that spirit has never left me. And it is what has been the source of my exuberance, my life, my adventures, and continuously pirouetting through my life. Until we stop believing that aging is a challenge to overcome or a battle to win, all the benefits that we hope that we will achieve, lotions, potions, and medications, all of the tips and tools will never be realized. Forget everything you thought you knew about getting older. The real fountain of youth is a mindset. It is a place to think from, to create from. It's a context. Now is the time to rewire your brain, to rewrite the rules, and redefine the pathway. It's creativity, and the access is your creative spirit. There is no time when we should stop dreaming, creating, exploring, and truly dancing and pirouetting. Research on creativity defines creativity beyond the confines of the arts. Creative creates everyday creativity, as defined by creativity expert Ruth Richards, talks about being creative every day in the ordinary things, being a parent, being a grandparent. I love talking to my friends who are grandparents when they share the joy and the magic of being with their little ones. It can be trying a new recipe or gardening. And clinical research studies show that whether it's using the arts and creativity with older populations and younger and even adult populations, creativity in the arts help strengthen our immune system. It helps our brain and cognitive function. It improves our sensory motor capacities. It reduces our anxieties, and it has tremendous impact on our communication skills and our capacity to stay connected and related, especially with ourselves and with those that we love. My friends, there is a path, this new paradigm of the fountain of youth. And that is by accessing your creativity, that divine spark within. By holding an empowering interpretation, having a powerful way to relate to this natural process. And by being adventurous, by being creative, by taking on new things, by being excited and open to that which you may not already know in your life. We really can thrive. We can stay healthier. We can be more vibrant. We can have more joy, more love, more satisfaction, and fulfillment in our lives. And a practice that you can take on, something you can do right now, is notice If you have thoughts that are disempowering, you can feel it in your body that you start to contract. You almost go into a little cocoon. And take a deep breath. Stop yourself in your tracks and count to 10. And just be present. And something that you can say to yourself is, there's nothing wrong here. I am whole, I'm perfect, and I'm complete just the way I am and just the way that I'm not in this moment. Because that's really all there is right now, is this moment. The fountain of youth is not a destination outside of us. It's not a place to get to. It's not a magic formula. It's not found in a body of water. It's inside of each of us. Cheers and drink up.
If you love this big talk, I would love for you to share in the comments so that we can fully support you. Each one of these speakers flew to New York City to be on my stage for 2 days. This program is called the Big Talk Live. We do it twice a year. They come to the Triad Theater and we rehearse on day 1. And on day 2, we film your talk so that you walk away with a fully realized reel. And I would love to support you. All you have to do is head on over to triciabrouk.com and get more information. And for those of you who are watching, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you get access to our latest videos. I appreciate you being here with us. And remember, everybody, your voice matters. Big love. Mwah.